Fairfield County plant is trying to stay open as the battle over tariffs continues. Good evening and thanks for being with us. I'm J.R. Barrett.
And I'm Darcy Strickland. Element Electronics of Winsboro says they might be forced to shut down and lay off employees because of the tariffs on their products. But tonight, there is an effort underway to avoid that.
Yeah, company leaders believe the inclusion of their parts on the tariffs list was accidental and resolvable, and they're hopeful they can avoid a shutdown. If not, then the layoffs would begin in October.
Our Nick Jones has more on the possible closure and how it would affect Fairfield County.
Something has got to be done. Fairfield County is dying right now, and I'm concerned.
Many in Fairfield County are heartbroken after Element Electronics announced that 126 people may be losing their jobs by October. The TV manufacturer cited tariffs being the reason for having to close the plant.
To see and hear and watch my friends go through what they're going through is heartening. It makes you cry.
Tangi Bryce says losing jobs is hurting families and everyone in the county. Donald Woodard believes something needs to happen soon.
I'm just hoping before it hits too bad, something positive will come along and help it get back on track. And that's what I'm looking at the leaders to do for Fairfield County.
These are 126 families and 126 mortgages and car payments, and this really hurt.
Ty Davenport is the Director of Economic Development for the county. He's responsible for bringing more industries into the county for more economic growth.
3 months ago, we were talking to Element about actually expanding their facility and or expanding employment within their facility. So this was a little bit of a shock.
Davenport is hoping lawmakers can get an exemption for the TV parts needed to keep the plant going.
If this exemption happens, does that help save the jobs here?
Absolutely. I think they're back to normal. They ramp right back up as quickly as they had to let people go.
In the meantime, Davenport says the county is preparing to help the 126 people find a new way to make a living.
South Carolina Department of Commerce has a rapid deployment team that they bring in to do this kind of stuff, and we've been in contact with them, and they've been in contact with Element, and so all that's in motion.
In Fairfield County, Nick Jones, News 19, WLTX.
Davenport says that they're working on bringing in businesses to a new piece of land off of I-77 that could potentially create thousands of jobs in the future.
Meanwhile, both men who are running for governor commented on the situation in Fairfield County today. Here's what they had to say.
South Carolina is the third most harmed state when it comes to these job-killing tariffs, and they must end. If the president is unwilling to listen to reason and to the good people of Fairfield County and South Carolina, then he should provide an exemption to these parts that will make sure that these 126 jobs are not lost, because they don't just impact those that are the workers. Certainly they are impacted, but think about all the small businesses that are benefited, the restaurants, the retail outlets that will not have the second and third effects of the impact of these losses of economic opportunity.
We are doing every single thing we can, making every effort, every contact. I've spoken to the president, the vice president, myself several times about this, as well as Wilbur Ross, the Secretary of Commerce, and others in the administration, Peter Navarro, all of them. I've testified before committees on behalf of businesses here in South Carolina, on behalf of the people of South Carolina. And there's a lot of work going on. There's a lot of decisions being made, and we are adamant in our position for South Carolina that we believe South Carolina has great economic prosperity in its future, and we don't want to hurt it by any tariff or any tax or any regulation or anything else.